fix my hair. All right, here we go.
What hair?
That's right. What hair? Welcome, guys, to another episode of Tales of Middle-earth. As you know, I'm your channel host, Adam, and today I have with me again...
Mike?
About time, dude. How's it going?
Well, how long has it been?
It's been a couple of months, I think.
Months,
yeah. You've been busy with your new job, and then now it's seasonal, mind you.
Yeah.
So
old job now.
Old job now. But hopefully we can get more of these in. And it's just been a while since I've been able to get a game in with you. And it's been a while since we've been able to do a regular battle report. And so that means today we're going to do a 500 battle report. The mission is domination, which is pretty good.
We roll this one a lot.
I don't know why. It's twos. Maybe
it's
just it is a fun one. So we already have the board set up. We already have our army selected, and you're playing what today? What faction?
I'm going with Mordor. Doing a little evil.
Classic Mordor, and I'm doing Survivors of Lake Town. Yes. So if you don't know the scenario, basically you get 3 points for holding the objectives uncontested.
Yeah.
Or if you hold the objective with more models than your opponent, 1. 3 for slaying your enemy warlord, 1 for wounding him, and then 1 for breaking your opponent and being broken. Or if you're not broken, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Which is sweet.
That's pretty good. So, yes. So what's besides this? Have you done any games? I know you're at the tournament.
I went to the tournament. In,
Council of the Wise.
Would have been
November.
Middle of November, I think it
was. Beginning.
Was it? Yeah.
Beginning.
But it was good. It was a fun battle. I did pretty good. I lost my last match when I shouldn't have. I got greedy, and instead of transfixing, I black darted someone, and I
where
died.
have you transfixed?
I would have transfixed Legolas and not lost 3 guys, which were enough to push me over broken.
Oh no!
So whatever.
And you were playing Mordor there too?
Yeah, I ran Mordor. It was a bigger army. It was bigger points than that,
awesome.
but it was pretty fun. It was pretty much a flying circus.
And next Saturday we have Fight for the Falls in Niagara Falls, which is going to be interesting. It's just a standard 500 points using standard missions, like the balanced ones for victory points wise, using the standard missions going from there. So I guess let's just jump right into it. Let's show them the board, show them the armies that we're using, and get right into the game. And here we are with my 500 points today of Survivors of Lake Town. So my general is actually going to be Gandalf. Usually some people would take Bard as a general, but due to the victory conditions for the match, I decided to go with Gandalf because he has a rerollable fate, which is really good. And they're both defense 5 anyways. So, I got 3 warbands. I'm kind of hero heavy in this list just because I don't have enough Lake Town militia painted up as of yet. So I have Gandalf the Grey leading, I believe, 3 of my 7 bowmen. 3 militia with shields, 3 militia with spears. I have Alfred in his own warband there, and then I have Bard with Sigurd and Tilda. Bard has his great bow, obviously, his horse, and then armor, so he's defense 5. And then he has 3 spear guys, 3 shield guys, and 4 bowmen to go with him. So, that is my 500 points for today's match. And here we are with Mike's Mordor list. Mike, why don't you walk us through what you have?
It's pretty
standard?
Easy and standard for the most part. I got a couple little goodies in there, but for the most part, it's pretty much orcs. We've got the Betrayer. He's the general. Chilling out. He's not as Mordor themed. I mean, he's more Harad sort of, but I mean, he's a ring wraith, so he's automatic.
He's always
automatically.
Mordor.
But yeah, he's definitely more my Harad forces. But I like him, and he's awesome.
Nice.
So I'm running just a couple of Black Numenorians. I don't have the rest going, so I just have 2. Couple of Warg Riders, just some fun guys to run around.
5 in total, not a couple.
True. One of my other warbands is Gorbag, this little guy right here. Mm-hmm. I've got just a bunch of orcs with him, couple with bow, couple with other weapons, sword, shield. Excuse me.
Excellent.
And then I've got Shagrat. It's just baby Shagrat, not the one with the shield, and he's
not
the
captain of the tower or whatever.
He's not too much different in stats, but he's definitely a bit. Like, he doesn't have quite as high a defense.
Yeah. And so your break point for you is what?
15.
15.
Yeah,
I have to kill 15 guys. For me, you have to kill of 24, so you have to kill 13 guys.
13, yeah.
And then, because the game does end when we're at 25%, you have to be at 7 models on the board, and I have to be at 6. Yeah. So, let's show you the board next. And here we are with the sort of ruined City of Dales type board is what we were sort of going for with all the snow trees and stuff like that. So objectives, we got one back here. It's the OSBGL poker chip objectives, which is great. Thank you, Don Barnett and the rest of the admin. Another one over there. That's the one in the center of the board. There's one over here at that little bench, and then there's one all the way behind that building back there. So those are a bunch of ruins, towers, trees, just to make it look pretty. So we'll come back with deployment next. Here's the roll here to see who selects their deployment zones and sets up their first warband. I got a 6, and you got a 6. So let's re-roll these dice. Let's see. I got a 1. You're gonna get a 1. And let's do it again. You got a 3, and I got a 3. That's 3 times in a row. Stop this. You got a I got a 3, and you got a 2. All right, there we go. So I will select my first warband and deploy. First warband here is going to be eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Gandalf. So 1, 2, 3, I have to set up within 12 inches of the center of the board. 4, 5, 6, anywhere I want. So it's a 5. We'll set them up. So for my first deployment, I have Gandalf set up back here. 3 bowmen up that way, and 3 spear and 3 shields, like so. Come back with Mike's first warband next. Shagrat's going to be the first warband for Mike, and he has to set up anywhere he wants on his side of the board, half. And Shagrat and his warband line up right there, not quite at the center of the board, but very close to that center objective. I'll come back with my next warband. Bard and his warband, here we go. Let's see what I get. Hoping for a 4+. It's a 3. That isn't terrible. I will set him up within 12 inches of the middle of the board. And Bard and his warband, Sigurd and Tilda and Bard are all set up there. 3 shield spearmen, and then my 4 bowmen are in the building to hopefully take some pock shots at Shagrat and his group. So, we'll come back with Mike's next warband. Gorbag will be Mike's next warband, and he has to set up within 12 inches of the middle of the board. Okay, and Gorbag and his warband have deployed right there, like so. My last warband is a single dubious man, and his name is Alfred. Let's see where he sets up. Anywhere I want. That's going to be really easy. For me, he's going to go within 6 inches of both Bard and Gandalf. Surprise, surprise. Last warband there. Mike, where is he going?
2.
Oh, within 12 inches of the center of the board. And the Betrayer and his warband set up right there. So, that is what the board looks like before we get into round 1 priority. Before we get into round 1 priority, though, I'm going to do some dubious counsel with Alfred. So I'm going to put 2, spend 2 will with dubious counsel on Gandalf. I'm hoping I don't roll any 1s. And then 1 on Bard. So these are Gandalf's. Excellent. He gets 2 extra might.
Is that 5 might now?
That's 5 might on Gandalf and 1 on Bard. He gets an extra might as well. So he has 4 might on Bard and 5 on Gandalf. And with that said, here's a priority roll for round number 1. I got a 5. And you got a 4. Goes to the forces of good. So during my movement phase, Gandalf, he's going to come up here behind Bard and the rest of the group, and he's going to do a one-off with his staff, Blinding Light. So
you get a free might, so
there we go. Goes off on a 2, roll the 5. So everybody within 6 inches has Blinding Light. Yes. Here we are at the end of the round 1 movement phase. My guys are sort of starting to swing up off to the side here. Gandalf moved up and did Blinding Light to protect everybody. The Orc Horde is moving up. The Wargs flanking on the side with the Betrayer and the 2 Black Numenorians. Took me a second there. His bowman did not stay, or did not move. Did not stay. My 4 Lake Town militiamen here with bow, they stayed stationary. This one moved half. My other 1, 2, one there and one there, they moved full. And then the front line here just stayed stationary as well. So we'll come back into shooting next. These 4 Lake Town militiamen are just going to fire into the front rank here, prioritizing the Uruk-hai, I think, because he's strength 4, is he not?
It's the strength 4, but honestly, I would prioritize it because your defense.
Yeah,
5
and
defense
then the second guy will be the spearman because he's defense 5.
5 versus 4, so you would go for the Uruk-hai for sure.
So is the spearman? He's 5 or 4, is he not?
Oh yeah,
because he doesn't have the shield. So the Uruk-hai and the spearman, So they didn't move, so they need 4s. So I have 1 that hits, and I need 5s to wound hopefully the Uruk-hai. No, it's a 3. All right, the guy that moved is shooting at the Uruk-hai as well, so needing 5s and misses. And that bard has no shots. I should have moved him in a better position.
Did you go with them or no?
Over here, the front 3 or the only 3 orcs here that did not move full are shooting into the front with the shields. So need 6s because of blinding light, so nothing.
Even seeing, that's the thing.
Priority, turn 2. I rolled a 1, so it's gonna go to Mike.
Oh yeah, it goes to
It's gonna go to Mike. He rolled a 2 anyway, so.
It goes to me.
During Mike's movement, the betrayer here has moved up and is going to attempt to sack Will Gandalf down there with 1 die.
Just 1.
Just 1 out of your 14, so it gets a 5. I'm going to use 2 dice, so it's free 1 plus 1 from his store, and hopefully it rolls well. There we go.
There you go. I figured you'd be fine.
Gandalf here, during my movement, is going to try a 1-off Sorcerous Blast with 1 die onto him. So I'm hoping for a 4 or higher. There's a 3.
You can might it.
I could might it.
I have 5 might.
I do have 5 might.
You might that?
And I am, because it's going to affect that.
Even
so
if it was like a 2.
it goes off, pushing him directly away from Gandalf. And let's see the distance. Is it 6 inches? Hold on. So this guy here does go directly back 3 inches from Gandalf and suffers a strength 5 hit. These guys will all be pushed aside and knocked prone and will also be suffering a strength 3 hit. So let's do the strength 5 hit first.
Yeah, do yours.
Here we go. Strength 5 hit. Nothing. The first strength 3 hit here. It's a wound.
Just pick one.
Yeah. Well, it's the first guy there. Next one over here. It's also a wound. This one here. Cocked 5. Is also a wound.
Jeez.
And then the last one over here is not a wound. So
you have like the worst luck against me, or like the best luck. I mean.
So those 3 guys are knocked prone, and he's in here knocked prone as well. So you'll have to make your courage test for your wargs.
You killed these 3, I thought.
I killed the rider. Strength 3 hit,
sorry.
right?
I see what you're saying. My bad.
So
I was like,
I'm assuming the wargs would take a strength 3 hit too.
I
would think so. So all right. So the warg, nothing. This warg, dead, and this warg here is also dead. So those 2 guys are removed completely, and this warg. Strength 3, yeah. So I need 5s.
No, I just wanted to make sure.
So this one here needs courage test. See if the warg sticks around.
Oh wait.
2 dice.
I just rolled a 6 for that one. I forgot to roll the other one though.
And he sticks around. So, and then this one here, they're both around as well. But the courage test for the warg to see if he sticks. No, warg is gone. But the guy sticks around. And double 6s were rolled for that guy there for the warg sticking around. And Gandalf here is just going to tuck in to this area here to hopefully get out of line of sight of the betrayer. There. And end of the movement phase. This is what it looks like. Gandalf tucked in there. Bard's on 1 with 1 other guy there. And spear support. I charged up into that orc there. You charged into those guys. These guys moved around the back. These guys moved up to the front there. And then all my archers stayed stationary there. These guys are knocked prone. Betrayer's there. And your orcs over here stayed stationary. So, shooting. You got first shots.
3 shots at Bard is all I'm going to do.
3 shots at Bard. All right. Needing 5s. You got 1.
Ooh, I got 1.
In the way. 1, 2, 3, it's you. 4, 5, 6, it hits me. Hits me. And then we got to determine...
Horser.
You'd hit the closest guy, I believe, right? We'll double check that. Here we go. We need to see if you hit the horse or rider with Bard. So you hit Bard. And then your strength 2 bow. So against defense 5, you need 6s. Yeah. Nothing.
Ooh.
That was close. Had me kind of concerned. So my shots, all 6 of these guys stayed stationary, shooting in their betrayer right there. Okay, so these are the 6 shots from my archers that did not move, so needing 4s to hit. I have 2 that make through, and then I have in the way 4+ for the ruins, so they both hit the ruins, so nothing happens. We come back into combats next, which I will be calling a heroic combat there with Bard for free. Starting off with the heroic combat. Yep. Bard's the Lake Town dice, and then the 2 regular guys are the Witch Kings. Yep. So, okay. I got a 5 highest with Bard.
Might it or no?
Well, let's see what you get. I'm not gonna might it if I don't have to. Not.
Oh no,
not
you
yet.
don't.
Do you force me? No, I take it. So you are knocked down and killed.
No, I'm thinking of something else. It's where you have to hide them.
Yeah, that's if we both are declaring that we're using might. So here's the 8 attacks from Bard, and he is dead with a 6. We'll move him into the next combat and see what happens. And they just charge into, is that Gorebag there? Gorebag, like so. So, where do you want to go for your next fight?
We will just go down the line with the orcs. Just start with the shield and the leg.
That one there?
We'll just start there.
I have 2.
Will you fight 3?
I am fight 3 because I am within 12 inches of Bard. And you're fight 3 as well, correct?
I'm not going to shield. I'm going to just risk it.
Okay. So you get a 1, and I get a 5. I take it. Push you back. Let's see if I can get you. So your defense 5. Yes. So we need 5s. There we go. Very dead. Moving down the line to the next one.
Yep.
Okay. And you're fighting normally, so fighting. I got a 5. And let's see if I can get another 5 to kill you. No. Another shield over here. Moving down the line. Oh, you got a 5 high. That's good. I got a 4. I am within 12 inches of Bard, so I'm going to banner re-roll that and get another 4. So
can he move back?
I can make way with the spear guy off to the side and then move him directly away 1 inch.
Yep.
Striking for that guy, and a 5 was rolled, so he is slain.
Yep.
Last combat, Bard and 1 versus Gorebag. I'm higher fight. I'm fight 6.
Can you not call heroic on
You have to do it at the first of the turn.
Well, why would you call heroic strike if you're not actually?
It's the risk. Do I charge you and have you waste the might or not?
Well, I didn't know you were going to charge though.
That's the point that you have to gamble, right?
Yeah.
So here's I got a 5 highest with my Bard.
2 attacks.
Yeah. Even if he uses 2 might, we're still tied. So.
Oh, I know.
All right, so you're knocked down. So Bard.
I am going to use 2 might.
You are?
Yeah.
I still have the higher fight value. Fight 6.
Oh, why did you say we're tied then?
So instead, Mike's going to be using a 3rd might to increase his up to 6. So I'll use one of Bard's 4 to going down, not up, to win that combat.
I'll add my
Yes, I have. What's your defense on him?
6.
6. So I need 5s with Bard. So these are Bard's 8 attacks, all on him, and so that is 5 wounds from Bard himself. So that is a dead Gorebag.
Yeah, he's fodder though.
This is it for combats turn 2. People are scattering about here. There are a couple of orcs that are pressing onto my lines and a bunch running back. And then the Betrayer on Felby's coming from behind over there. So let's roll for turn 3 priority. Here we go. I got a 2. So you're a 3. Okay, so beginning of the movement phase. Betrayer here is calling a heroic move, correct?
Yeah.
Gandalf is doing a heroic move, and so is Shagrat. So, what are you going to do? You have priority, so you need to roll 1, 2, 3. You get to choose.
I was going to say we have to roll by that.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. You get to choose 4, 5, 6. Me. 3. You get the first heroic move.
I'm going to move on your guys.
All right. We'll see what happens after that.
Sorry.
And the end of Shagrat's move. He did lock down Bard and this guy over here. So how many people did you put on Bard?
Bard has 3 people on him plus a spear support.
Okay. Sounds good.
I tied up the one so he can't pull any off, and then
you
could have a guy pull a couple maybe.
Yeah. That is awesome. So I'll come back with Gandalf's movement next. Gandalf here is going to try to immobilize the Betrayer with 1.
3 plus, right?
3 plus, yeah. There's a 5. Yeah, 5. I'll leave it at that. How many will are you using?
I'm going to use 3.
All right.
I'm going to use 2, actually.
Okay. 2?
No, 3. Yeah,
3?
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. 12 or 13 minus 3, so leaves me at 10.
Yeah. 3 dice. Here we go. We get a 5. You get a 6 and you cancel it. Starting off with this guy as part of my heroic move, and he's going to try charging the Betrayer. So he's Courage 2, effectively, so I need 8.
No, he's minus 1, isn't he?
He's Courage 3.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know you counted for that. You
yeah,
didn't say anything,
yeah.
so
That's why I said effectively. So I need 8 or higher to charge. We got it. That's what I needed. He ends his movement in base contact with the Betrayer there. End of my heroic move now. These 4 stayed stationary. Gandalf ended there. Tried to immobilize. Didn't. I did get a charge off on the Betrayer, though, which is good, because even if he's going to hurl them into a building, not my own guys. And then over here, I filled out some of the ranks and peeled off one of the orcs from Bard. So, we'll come back with regular movement now for Mr. Mike. This guy here, after they all stood up, he's going to move the other 3 inches and try to jump over that into that gap there. Yeah. So, here's a jump test. And he's fine, just on the other side.
Yep.
This one orc on the end here is going to make a jump test as well, jumping down off that cliff. And he's fine. He ends at the bottom with a 3.
He's down here.
On the back
now
side.
He's within 3.
End of the movement phase. This is what it looks like. Those 2 orcs stayed stationary. I did manage to get a spear support up on Bard. This guy here didn't quite have enough distance. He was about half an inch short of pulling that guy off Bard. And then with the heroic move, I was able to pull this one off with those 2. These guys all charged in on him. These 2 on that Uruk-hai. And these guys just stay within 6 inches of Gandalf, just sort of swung out behind, and these guys are moving up. Over here, my bow stayed stationary, and these guys are moving around, and I got 1 on the Betrayer. So, shooting! Mike, what are you shooting at?
2 shots. Will I have any in the ways for in the back stuff? Because, they're up above, right?
Well, it depends if you get true line of sight, right?
Well, I can see them all from here.
Yeah, but do
true
any of their heads get nicked by anybody in front? That would be the biggest thing. So we'll check, and we'll get back to you. These 2 here are going to shoot into the back guy here that they have line of sight on. So he is within range, so needing 5s and rolling 4s, so nothing.
All right.
These 2 here are going to be shooting into these 2 guys there, prioritizing the Uruk-hai there, just because I do have line of sight on both, and they're both in the clear. So I have 2 shots. They did not move, so I need 4s. So let's see if I can get a couple of hits. I get 1 hit, and I need 5s to win because he's defense 4.
Yeah.
So that Uruk-hai is slain. The 2 on the bottom are going to be shooting into the 2-handed and the spear support there, prioritizing the guy at the front, obviously. So we'll do 1 at a time, just because the second guy will have it in the way. So first hit, hits. Can I kill him with a 5? No. So the next one, the same guy, hits and kills him. So that 2-handed guy is dead.
This one?
Nope, 2-handed guy there. Yeah.
Sorry.
So moving right along from the shooting phase into the combat phase, I am calling a heroic combat with Bard here. He has 2 on him, plus 1 spear support. He does have a spear support. He did not charge, so I have 4 attacks. And are you doing anything fancy? Fainting with your guy with the sword?
I will faint.
Might as well, because I'm a higher fight, right? So
I have 2 guys that I can faint with, actually. Sorry, no, he's not in the... No, my bad, I miscalculated that. Yeah, I'll faint with the blue is going to be the Uruk.
Okay.
And the other 2 are...
Alright, let's see what you get. Oh, you get a 6. Come on, I want a 6 myself. There it is. I do get the higher fight. I don't knock you down, so I need... Because you're defense 4 with both those guys. Bard needs 4s, so I need 2 4s. And gets 1, and the other guy needs a 5 to kill him. Nothing. So
why does he need a 5?
Because he's strength 3. So over here we have the one lonely guy up against a Betrayer. I have 1 die.
Green for Betrayer, blue for Blackfyre.
Okay. Let's see what you get. And that's a cocked die. Yeah. Oh, 2 highest so far, folks. 2 highest. Can I beat him? Come on. It's a 1. I have a banner reroll because of Bard's within 12 inches. Come on, higher than a 2. There's a 3. I do push you back. That's what I want.
Stupid.
I'm going to try to be a prick here. I'm going to try to do that 1 wound on the Betrayer. Need 6s by 4, so I need a 6. No.
I don't see any.
And next fight.
Whoever's in there.
this one guy versus 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Got a 6. Let's see what you get. 2.
I should have shielded.
You are trapped. Roll another die. I don't really care. Yeah. So you are trapped. So let's see if I can get him. No, he's in combat.
He's not even touching that
He's
guy.
in combat with those guys.
He's not even touching him though.
Going with that guy next. I have 2 versus your 1, so you got 2. And I got a 5, 6. So let's see if I can get him. And he's dead with that 6. These 2 up against them, fighting regularly. You get a... Oh my goodness. I got a 6. Let's see if I can take him out. Needing 5s. And there it is. He is dead.
Oh yeah.
3-1 over here. Last fight of this round. I'm shielding. You get a 6.
I should have done my axe first. My piercing strike.
I get a 4. Do get my banner reroll. So 4 is still high, so you beat me.
I forgot to do a piercing strike.
I can't make way, so I am trapped too. So. And did you get a 5 there?
Nope.
So you back away, and he still lives. End of the round. This is what the board looks like, and let's see who gets priority for next turn. I got a 4 to your 6. I think somebody's going to be calling a heroic. So this turn, Gandalf's going to be calling a heroic move. Mike, you're not calling any heroics to stop him? Okay, so we'll go with Gandalf next. So with a heroic move, I'm going to try to immobilize the Betrayer with free 1. So it goes off on a 6. How many dice? Using 2 dice?
Just 2.
Okay. Needing the 6. And it's a 3, so nothing. And Gandalf is going to tuck in back here like so for his heroic move. We'll come back with the rest next. End of the heroic move for Gandalf. These guys moved over here. These 4 weren't in range. These guys shuffled over just to sort of come in behind the line, and then these guys have wrapped around. These guys retreat back, sort of bringing up the rear and protecting Gandalf. Those 2 stayed stationary, and he made a jump test to jump over the wall. That is that. During the moves, the wargs here are going to be doing some jumping. He's fine, so he jumps on the other side. Rawr. Yep. And then
This one I'm just going to run around because he can't move. So.
Absolutely.
Actually, I gotta measure that. How far can he make?
He can make a good distance, 10 inches. You can probably get to the other
Yeah,
side.
I think he can charge that guy, maybe.
Alright.
Oh, he totally can.
So he's going to come around and charge on the other side onto that lone Lake Town militia. Like so. Over here, that guy's jumping down during his movement. And jump test down for this next work, down to the end of that. Oh, he falls prone!
And that's more than...
Yeah, that's more of his height. So he's going to be taking a strength something. So that orc down there, falling prone off that after trying to jump down, takes strength 3 hit per inch taller, so it's just 1 strength 3 hit. So needing a 5.
Okay.
And he's dead.
Like...
End of the movement phase. This is what the board looks like. A big congestion here. This Black Numenorian's run around. This guy here was peeled off from spear support by that orc. So it's 1-on-1 here, and then 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 4-on-1, sorry, over here. Spear support moved across to sort of open up a possible charge range if Bard manages to kill that one orc, which he was charged by. Over here, I got 1 survivor of Lake Town militia down there with a warg and an orc on him, and those 2 up there stayed stationary. This Black Numenorian is deciding to come over towards this objective and hold it, as they're putting pressure on this back objective and probably claiming that as well. Well, they are claiming that at this point in time as well. So it's going to be almost time for me to scatter and start making my way for objectives if I can get through this obstruction. We'll come back with shooting next. I have 2 shots. Mike has none. So what I'm doing here is this first Lake Town militia with bow shooting at that Black Numenorian. So needing a 4, I hit. Needing a 4+ to get through the way of the barrier, and it's a 1, so nothing. After that, this one here is shooting at that orc there, and needing 4s because he did not move, and I miss. So that is shooting. So we'll come back with combats next. which I will be calling a heroic with Bard. Anything? So Mike is also calling a heroic combat with Shagrat there. So you have priority. So 1, 2, 3 goes to you. 4, 5, 6 me goes to me. So starting off with Bard, who did not charge in his spear support. So spear support is that one. Bard is blue. So let's see what I get. I got a 4 highest. Do I need to? You have 2 guys there.
Just 2.
1 spear support. 1 guy with his axe.
I'm going to use my piercing strike first.
Okay. So he gets a 2. So what's your spear support guy get?
What does he have to piercing strike for?
No, you do your piercing strikes afterwards. This is a dual roll. You got to roll to see if you actually can beat a 4 or higher.
I thought you rolled your piercing first.
And for the spear support, he rolled a 3 there. So Bard does take that combat. Let's see if I can kill that 1 orc. So Bard needs 4s. Spear support needs 5s. And so Bard does get him. So that guy is dead.
Makes a difference.
Yeah.
After my rolling, it does.
And Bard just comes along here and charges into that 1 guy.
Yep.
Moving along to Shagrat, I have my 1 guy who will be shielding up against Shagrat, who has 2 attacks and spear support. So
faint with a hero.
You can if you want, but it lowers your fight value.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah. All right, what do you get? You get a 4 highest. I do have my shield, so I'm hoping that with a 6. So no banner reroll. I do push them back. Bard and 1 guy. Here's our next combat up against that 1 orc. So here's Bard's roll. Bard gets a 6. You're knocked down, so we'll just roll this twice. But he's dead.
Not even gonna wait for you.
4 on 1 on that Urukai there. So you don't have a shield? Okay, so I'm fighting regularly. I get a 6. You get a 2. You're not trapped, so let's see if I take you down. Needing 5s. And there he is. He's done. These 2 here on 1, fighting regularly, and you get a 4. I get a 2. I'm going to ban a reroll because of Bard, and still 2. So get pushed back, and nothing.
A little excessive. Stay fast.
1-on-1 here. What one do you want to do? The spears or the shield and the spear?
Just do the left side, so the shield and the spear. Right
okay,
here.
so fighting regularly, not piercing striking here. You get a 6. And I get a 6, tied. So 1, 2, 3 goes to you. 4, 5, 6 goes to you. So I will be making way if I can. The full inch, hopefully, which I can't. So he's trapped.
3 and 1.
All right, so nothing. So you would back way your inch.
Yeah.
And then going on to the next guy, spears.
So
you get a 6. I also get a 6 again. Goes to me this time, needing 5s. And I get him. We have the warg and 1 orc up against my Lake Town militiaman with bow. So you have 2 attacks.
Blue for warg.
Okay.
Just because of the strength difference.
Yep. 3 highest. Let's see if I can beat that. I tie.
Fight 4 on warg, isn't it?
I believe it 3 or 4. Let's double check. Alright, so we are tied fight. I am going to risk a banner reroll.
Are you within the inches, though?
12 inches? Actually, let me double check that. Alright, so here's a banner reroll. I am within 12.
Right
and that's a 6.
there you go.
Going after the work. So, needing 5s, nothing. But I do push you back.
He's not lower.
Here we are with priority for the next turn. Let's see what happens. It's a big one because Mike is broken now. So I get a 4 to your 3. I have priority. Doing some heroics?
Oh, I am.
Oh, you are, eh?
Yeah.
You are. Shagrat is going to do it. I am going to counter with Bard.
I was like, if you don't.
Okay, so we both called a heroic move over here. So 1, 2, 3 goes to Mike. 4, 5, 6 goes to me. 4 goes to me.
Of course it does.
So Bard, for his heroic move, is going to be moving and charging into that guy there. This guy here is going to be moving like so into Shagrat as well. I'll do the rest of the moves and come back with anything that needs to be done before I move on. Gandalf here. He's going to try to do a free one to mobilize the Betrayer. Let's see what happens. Goes off on a 5. How many dice are you using?
I had 7. I'm going to use 4 dice.
You're going to use 4 dice. Oh, no. That's crazy. And you do get a 6. So,
I got a 5 anyways.
Yeah, so it cancels out the immobilize, and Gandalf is going to continue to run. This guy here is going to climb down. If I get a 6, charge into that ward there. Let's see what happens. It's a 5. So he just climbs down. I was hoping to charge into the ward. This guy here is going to do the exact same thing. And he's going to fall prone, and he takes a whole bunch of strength 3 hits.
That's
wow.
Like, what, 2 or 3?
This guy falls prone, takes 2 strength 3 hits. Buh. So, do you want to roll? Do you want me to?
No, I'm not rolling nothing.
You're not rolling anything.
Technically, you rolled them anyways. I rolled my falls.
All right.
I rolled yours.
He's dead.
See?
Beginning of Mike's movement. Betrayer is running or moving, so he needs to make a courage test. That's 3. What is your courage?
Doesn't matter how.
I think it does, because if you're 7, you can use 1.
It's not 7 courage, it's 6.
So 1 will was used to keep the Betrayer in the game from Mike.
I didn't know you could use 1.
Courage test for the orc back here. Let's see. And he's running away.
Perfect.
1 on the objective there. Is loving it. Stays. So, end of the moving phase. These 2 black Numenorians were in range of the courage roll by the Betrayer. These guys were all tied up by the late time militia, and all the orcs over here were tied up as well. The only orc that fled was the one back there, but that guy, rolling 11, stayed to hold the objective. So, no shooting. We'll come back with combats next. Only heroic combat this phase is from Bard, because it is his free automatic one. He did charge, so let's see what he gets versus you. You get a 6? I'm sorry.
Well, no, there's no point.
Knocked down, so here we go. And he's killed with Bard, rolling a 5. We'll do the movement and come back afterwards.
You roll a 5?
Over here, Bard just moved up that way and then ended his movement there. This guy here is charging into a Shagrat, and these guys are going to try a jump test, making sure they get over that wall, so she jumps over. Like so. And this one, jump test, also over as well. And then we have Mr. Dubious Counsel himself, who's going to also jump up beside them as well. So he makes it as well. Bam. Like so. Doing this 2-on-1 over here. So you have 2. Yep. You're fainting.
Faint blue.
Okay. I'm not going to faint. I'm going to fight regularly. Blue has 4 highest. And I got a 6.
Strike them down.
Push you back. And I'm hoping to strike 1 down. Hopefully. 4, so nothing. 1 versus a warg over here. And you get it. Oh, I get a 6. I get a 5. We got pushed back. Needing 4s, because I am, and then he is dead. 1 versus 2 here, fighting regularly.
My 2 or your 1?
You have 2. You have a regular orc and a warg. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can't see it,
yeah.
so I'm like,
Here we go. I got a 4 highest.
The warg will be blue.
Okay. You get a 3 highest. I take it. I'm going to go after the warg here. Yep. So, and he's dead. Over here, Gandalf, those 2 up against that spear guy. Gandalf has 2 attacks, and I have a spear. You rolled a 1, okay. I get it on
like,
fight.
Oh,
so, and it's all 2s. You are knocked down, so Gandalf has 4 attacks up against him.
You're gonna assume you're gonna kill
I need
him?
4, so Gandalf
like,
kills him.
If you don't kill him, I'll put him back.
1-on-1 here. Let's see what happens. I got a 1. Can you get a... You got a 4. I am... not going to ban a reroll. And move. And you don't kill him. Thank you. 2-on-1 here. What do you get? You get a 6. I get a 5. I'll let you have that one as well.
Yeah, of course you will.
Yeah. All right. Do you wound him, though? That is the question. No, you don't with a 1.
Even with me, what I'm doing.
Last fight there. Shagrat versus 3.
No, I get 2 times.
Yeah. Shagrat sets the bar at a 6. Your fight 4?
Fight 5.
Fight 5. So you win? Who are you going to go after first?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, well.
Just pick someone.
I don't care. Because he's defense, what? 4? So I put the 4 on him and a 6 on that guy. 4 or 5. As long as he's 4, you can get 2 of them, right?
You mean?
Your
strength. His strength is 5, I think.
Yeah, so you take out 2. Priority, here we go. Mike gets a 1. I had it last, so as long as I don't roll a 1, that's a cocked die. 3. So we'll come back with my go next. No heroics are being called, so we will just come back after movements.
Like my betrayer model.
Gandalf moves all the way over here. During his movement, he's going to try a one-off immobilize on the betrayer. Goes off with 5.
I can only use 1.
Are you using 1? You are. So he is immobilized.
What was it?
After my go, Mike's going to start moving, so you need to make a courage test for the guy over there. And he's fine with a 7. And betrayer automatically stays.
Yep.
So courage test on that guy there. Yep. And he is gone, I believe. Courage test over here on that orc. He's loving it. End of movement. This is what it looks like. This guy here is on 2, and then there's 1 here, 1 on 1, and then 1 on 1 there. Up here we have 3 on Shagrat, and then 1 on 1 here and 2 on 1 there, and everybody else is moving up around that objective and over on that objective as well. And that guy's hanging out over there holding that objective. So no shooting, go right in combat. Switch. I will do a heroic combat over there with Bard. Bard having 4 attacks with the charge. Might get to 2. I get higher. Knock him down. Let's see if I can kill him. Needing 5. There he is. And Bard's just going to move us 10 inches towards that back objective. Shagrat on 3. Shagrat gets a 6. Can you kill a couple? Needing nothing. Over here, 1 on 1, I am shielding. So you're going to... Yeah. I got a 5 highest. Push me back. Can you kill him, though? No. And 2 on 1 over here. Fighting regularly. 6. You are a higher fight value than me because I'm outside of 12. So, and you kill 1. Do you care about 1? Probably.
Oh, I don't care, no. They're the same thing.
Yeah. 2 on 1 over here. Do the warg and 1 orc versus 1 Lake Town Militia.
1 on 2?
Yeah. You have 2, I have 1. Yeah. So, and I'm fainting. I got a 2, so it doesn't really matter. And do you kill him? Needing 4s. Nope, so you get pushed back. An inch. 1 on 1 over there. Fighting regularly. Actually, I'm fainting again. Get a 4. Okay, let's see if I wound him. Needing 5s, and he's done. 1 on 1 over here. I am fainting again. I get a 2. Tier 5. Push him back. Can you kill him? Needing 5s. 2. End of the round. This is what the board looks like. Let's roll priority for next turn. I roll a 2. Alright. Gandalf is using his last might and calling a heroic move. Countering?
Like,
do you have 1 with Betrayer?
I have 1.
No? Yeah?
It's still not going to work.
Alright. So you have priority. 1, 2, 3 goes to you. 4, 5, 6 me. And it's a 5. I'm going to try to immobilize the Betrayer with the Gandalf before... actually, I got to make a courage test because I'm going to charge him. So he does make his courage test, and then immobilizing him on 3+, goes off. Not resisting.
Can't. He dies.
So I charge in. And then these guys are just going to sort of come up and around, gather within 3 inches, like so. Courage test, Shagrat here. Can he make it? And double 1s, he is gone. So everybody else needs to make their courage tests. First orc, he makes it. Second one, and he also makes it with an 8. Those guys are sticking around. On those 2 there, yeah. And like so. Alright, coming over here for courage tests. And this is for...
Just pick 1. He's gone.
Orc. You got the warg still. And he's sticking around. And then the orc is also gone. So the warg is sticking around. You're going to charge him into... Just charge him on, on the base. Alright, on the base?
Yeah.
We'll come over here, like so. And Numenorian over here needs his courage test as well. And he is sticking around holding that objective. And in the movement phase, this is what the board looks like. We have 1 warg over there. 1 black Numenorian there. A couple of orcs over here. And the Betrayer up there. Bard is on the objective at the back corner. So no shooting. Let's get right into combat. So let's do...
Oh, you got...
You have priority, so you can choose.
So do the Betrayer.
Okay, so I have 1 attack versus your 2. Let's see what you get. Actually, you'd have one attack as well because you're immobilized, right?
Oh, well. I'll choose a 6 then.
4.
Your fault for missing that.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you have that. So I rolled 4, so yeah.
Can you guess what's happening?
I'm hurling. Or being hurled.
I'm going to rend.
Oh, you're going to rend instead. Oh, interesting. All right.
I only get 1 die, but what do I need? 4s? 3s? What's your defense?
A defense 5, so I don't know what your strength is.
6.
So 4s.
4s.
Yeah. 1. So first fate, cocked. First fate, we're going to re-roll that, and still, so second fate, re-roll that because of the ring. Third fate, there we go. All 3 fate. He does survive, and you go...
Does that count as a win because you burned fate?
No. 1-on-1 over here. I got 1, so we got a 2. 3. You got it. And he's good. Over here, got 2-on-1 there. I'm fainting. So we got 3 highest. Let's see. Actually, I can't faint with either one, so it doesn't really matter. Nothing. Let's get pushed back. And then 1-on-1 over there. I have a couple of... How many do I have? 2 more. So 5 highest. Let's see if I can get him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there he is. He's dead. So with that said, that is the end of the game. We will come back with the after-action report next to calculate the victory points. Welcome, guys, to the after-action report. You just saw the match between my Survivors of Lake Town and Mike's.
I don't know if we'd call it a match.
Mordor. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You keep saying sorry.
I know, because that's a Canadian thing to do.
I know. It's not your fault.
It's poor dice rolling. Good versus good dice rolling.
Yeah.
And just nothing going your way.
Oh, it literally was like probably. I actually think it might have been the worst match I've ever had, to be honest. Like, probably. I don't think I've ever had a worse match, like in terms of rolling against. Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh.
Even that first match I played against you, where I didn't know what I was doing, I still rolled good with Threadmill and stuff, right? Like I just didn't have anything going my way, and you could tell I was just frustrated.
Yeah. No, and I get that. I completely do get that because I've been there before. Right?
Everyone has them. It happens.
Absolutely. At least this isn't like a tournament where it's like, you want
flip
to
the table.
Yeah. I'm done. Okay, so any good of this match?
For me, to be honest, I can't really see any good. I just didn't get anything. Like I had nothing, but it was still like I still had fun to the very least.
Yep. And for myself, I like the combo of
that's a
the
good
kids
force.
and Bird, and then with Alfred and Gandalf the fight. And I didn't even do it. I didn't give myself extra might, via dubious counsel and
you eventually
strength and
got
will,
to a point
right?
where you didn't have to. I think against multiple casters you might run into issues, but I don't think unless you have that, I don't think it's that bad. Unless it's a really high
I would like to do the spam infantry, town militia, and get another 2 war bands. I think I have another war band in the house that I gotta finish painting and stuff like that. Yeah. If not a little bit more, but I want to get another additional war band beyond that, and so that way I can then I'll need captains. That's a big thing. I'll need to get some Lake Town militia captains or finish painting Bane because I have him in the house that I'm working on, and when he's near his sisters, it's freaking phenomenal. He's goes up to fight 5, free heroic combat, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So he's sort of another good piece to have. Maybe eventually do like a Percy sort of model, so that way my bow militiamen will have better shots. Yeah. So, but I think this army is good with the 2 big heroes. So, and I think the highlight for me where I was able to stop you from doing anything was when that one lone Lake Town militia charged into.
I think when you killed my warps, I think
that was good.
I think that was it though,
but the betrayer would have, I think, done a lot more damage if you could have got him in there.
All I wanted to do with him was actually just go up top and hurl, and then just kind of let my forces do stuff. Like, I wasn't really going in with him. It was when you killed my wargs were what I was trying to get in there, and you just like completely stopped it. And
and that's why I put all the might from Dubious Council.
And I wasted a might on nothing. I didn't realize that's the newbie in me.
Yes,
and I didn't realize that I didn't need to burn another might.
No, because you had priority. Yeah. So, well. Mike, thank you for watching, dude. I appreciate it. It was good to actually get another game in with you, so it's been a while. So, guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, ignite your hobby.